Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. Went a couple of places this weekend. First, I went to Instagram about a week ago and picked up a bunch of books off Instagram. So very happy to show those off. They're low grade, but you know, when it comes to especially Silver Age and the grade, just anything silver or below, if the cover is presentable, I'm good with it. And I kind of enjoy cleaning and fixing books and repairing them and pressing them and doing the whole routine. So every time I pick up a Silver Age book for like under 10 bucks and it's a book I want, then it's fun for me. So anyway, I got some of those, and then I also I also went to a shop, two shops over the weekend. So we'll get to that too. So let's start off with the Instagram haul. So let's make me small and get to the haul. Whoa! All right, there we are. All right. So first up, we've got Fantastic Four number 43. Again, this was on my Instagram pickups. Look at that. Look at that Ben Grimm thing, man. Isn't that killer? Yeah. Love it. Human Torch action. Really, all four there. Imagine that. So, lo, there shall be an ending, it says. Look at that. Look, the Fantastic Four, it's over. Of course, issue 43, it could have been over. I mean, that's a thing. It could have been over. You don't know. But anyway, issue 43, that's what we got there. Next, we have... Check this out, how I'm going to hold this. The Amazing Spider-Man! Number 55. Why am I holding it like that? Look at that. Whoa, no! Now, I don't normally buy books that have that much damage, especially if it's just Silver Age. So if it's Golden Age, I might maybe, but if it's a book I really want, I probably still wouldn't do that. But that Silver Age book, I like it. It's got most of the part. It's missing the wins part, right? Doc Ock wins, and it was only a couple bucks, so I couldn't pass it up. And it had grease pencil all over it. So I wanted to work on my grease pencil removal skills. I haven't pressed it yet. It needs one. But I wanted to work on my skills removing grease pencil and trying to get it just right. Because everyone's like, oh, grease pencil is really easy to remove. Until that last swipe when you went too far and now you've removed color under the grease pencil. Because there's a very exact moment where you have to stop. Even if you can still see some there, and we're talking about amateur restoration here. We're not talking about solvents and, you know, dipping books in baths and things like that. We're talking about just pencils, erasers, and other common artist tools to remove stuff. And getting to that point where you're removing grease pencil, but you're not going any further takes practice. So everyone says you can get that grease pencil off. Take your time. Go easy. All right. Here's another one. Check this out, man. X-Men number 38. I'm ashamed to tell you how little I paid for this book. However, it looks a heck of a lot better now than it did. It had 2 grease pencil marks on it, where they had written 6 cents on it, and it still has all kinds of creases. But this has got some tape in it too now, because a lot of these pieces were folded back into the book and ripped. So now it's a solid copy. Very happy with that. X-Men 38. I love the early X-Men books. I just think they look cool. I love Beast before he's furry. I think he looks cool. So of course I prefer furry Beast. Who doesn't? Next we have Uncanny X-Men number 274. Keeping it going with the X-Men here. I just thought that was a great Rogue cover. So I really don't have any other reason to pick that up. Of course, I have been picking... I think it's a Jim Lee cover. It is. I have been picking up X-Men when I see them. I found a honey hole of dollar X-Men books, and I can't decide what to do. I'm thinking about just buying them and putting them in a box to keep my X-Men run going, because when you find X-Men run, original X-Men run for $1, it seems to be happening less. Ever since the run ended, I feel like they've slowly been disappearing from dollar bins, and no new ones are going into dollar bins. They stay at a minimum $2-3 each, even for the filler issues that people don't generally like. So here's Uncanny X-Men 480. This was a book I was actually going after. So I'm very happy to have that. I picked up most of these X-Men books for like a couple bucks. The main books that I was picking up from the Instagram sale were these Silver Age books. So once I had those secured, I'll go through and pick out. There was a claim sale, so I'll go through and pick out a few more books as that the seller has. And this was one I've been after. I never see it for $1 or $2, so I was really happy to find it. I love X-23 in that outfit. I think that's the outfit she should have kept forever, because she was more feral and more, it was exciting, and it's a cool outfit, and it's one of Wolverine's old outfits, and she just kind of found it. I think it'd be a perfect outfit for her. She should have kept this outfit forever. It's my absolute favorite outfit of hers. And then, of course, I assume Psylocke next to her. Very, very cool. Just love it. Keeping with the X-23 love, here's X-23 in Wolverine cosplay. Yep, I said it. Because that's all that is, in my opinion. I hated this outfit for her. I hated the whole routine. She looked good in it, right? Because that's kind of the idea. But overall, I don't like the idea of her pretending to be Wolverine. I liked her as an original character, X-23. Laura, I thought she was a good character. I don't really care for any of her Wolverine time where she pretends to be Wolverine, and I don't really care for Honey Badger or whoever that other idiot is she runs around with. All right, Spider-Man, of course, all new. This is still in the same title. So this is a Spider-Woman. This is still the same Spider-Woman title, but then they threw in that all new up there for absolutely no reason whatsoever, other than they kept changing her identity as they went along to be different people at different times, whatever the plot needed. So kind of weird on that title. If you ever have a chance to read through that title, it's a fun read, but in the back of your mind the whole time you're thinking, is part of the reason this is fun because it's so ridiculous? And then the answer is, of course, yes. So, and great art, fantastic art throughout the entire run. So there you go, Spider-Woman number 47. And the last that I had picked up on Instagram is this Captain America, the movie special. I'd never seen this book before. I didn't know it existed. The never before seen comic adaptation. So that's why I didn't know, right? So $3.50. That's what one of the things that $3.50 for this special for a movie that was terrible. I mean, can you believe that? But look, you got Red Skull on the cover, you got Cap, and you got Nazi symbols, which is fairly rare. I mean, this came out in '92. So, I mean, to have Nazi symbols even at that time, you didn't see that too much on Cap books anymore. It was all the Hydra symbol, which is basically, in order to not have a Nazi symbol, they put that. So, very cool. I love it. I love movie adaptations. So I'm going to read that through and enjoy that. And maybe even it'll convince me to watch the movie. Let's hope not. All right. Now let's see. How are we doing on time? Not bad. We're under 10. Well, let's mow through my pickups for the weekend too. So I hit up an old favorite shop of mine in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I go there. I used to go there about twice a month. But here with all the stuff going on, I haven't been since before COVID. So this is my first time, and he bought some huge collections in the last week or so. So I definitely wanted to get down there. So the first thing I picked up was Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 15. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Bullseye. So, and coincidentally, spoiler, the first Silver Age death of Bullseye as well. He shows up and meets his demise all in this issue, so definitely worth picking up. Another book that was pretty rough. It's got a couple of new pieces of tape inside, needs a press. It's got a spine roll I'm going to work out. So, but I thought I'd go ahead and show it to y'all since I don't always get to my spine roll work before showing them. So there you go, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 15. I'm not trying to collect this whole run, although it's very short. But I am picking up here and there a few. Here's number 6. Sorry for going out of order. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 6. I like this one for multiple reasons. One is because it's just a cool cover. Also, I have I think the Foom poster version of this cover, so I like that. And I would like as a side thing for my collecting to have one of each of the Foom books that I have in poster form, but a couple of those are some pretty pricey books. So it might take me, that's a long-term goal that if I achieve it, I'd be like, oh, that was nice, but I'm not trying to go broke doing it, lose my house and car. Here's Fantastic Four 64. The Sentry Sinister. This is the first appearance of the Sentry, I think, or the Sentry monster. I don't know. They've got a few that look just like this same monster. So, but very cool. I just always like that through the legs cover. That's always been one of my favorite covers. And when I see one, I sometimes, I don't always buy them, but I always consider buying them. And this one, I couldn't pass up the price. Mike at the shop gave me a great deal. And speaking of Nazi covers, check this out. Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man and Captain America number 74, another 12 center. And check out that cool Nazi robot there with the symbol on his dome there. That's crazy. Of course, Captain America giving him the business, which is what we want to see, right? So very cool. Looks like just an awesome, the final sleep, because of course everyone almost dies in every issue, right? So, but cool Kirby cap going on there. I just couldn't pass up some of these books. And then I stumbled upon a new shop in Bowling Green that I'd never been to before. I say new. They'd been there for 7 years. When I asked the lady to check out, I said, how long you guys been here? They said, we've been here about 6-7 years. I was like, are you kidding me? But they put up a new banner outside that says we buy, video games, TVs, and they've just expanded into buying some more items. It's kind of not a pawn shop, but it's kind of a thrift store kind of thing, where they buy and sell. But it's very well organized. The best cleanliness and organization of any shop of this type that I've maybe ever been to. It was fantastic. They really cared about their stuff and didn't just treat it like junk. It was really displayed as if it was brand new, and everything in there wasn't, except for some statues. They had statues in boxes. You could tell they were still new. Anyway, it was one of those DVDs, Blu-ray, game, electronics, toys, and then they had on the banner outside, it says we buy comic books. And I was like, comic books? Where's this? I didn't know this existed. So I rushed in there and went through. They had about probably 12 short boxes of comics plus wall books, and all the wall books were like their modern books, and the modern books were more or less cover price, but everything in the boxes were only $1 a piece. So I stocked up, and I got Sensational She-Hulk number 50. Love that foil. Let's see if we can catch that. Yeah, wonder if that'll be a contender for the last book glare. And then look at this. Holy cow. Fathom number 12. This is the foil variant. I think they made 3 of these. One with this cover, not of the foil. They made one with this cover, and then the other side has Tomb Raider, and I think Darkness and somebody else on the back, if you know your Top Cow books. So look at that. That's fantastic. And then they made this foil cover, which was a wraparound. So the A cover, I think, has this. The B cover has this. And then the C or D cover, whichever one this one is, because they put some sketch variants in there as well, I believe, has this wraparound cover. And I got to tell you, this thing is so mint. You could cut. It's so flat. Look at that. You ever see a book that flat? To find that in a dollar bin was just tripping me out. So I may go ahead and get this one slabbed, actually, and I don't usually slab books like that, but man, it's very pretty, and I like looking at the back cover, and it's so perfect. Like, it's a definite 9.8 contender. I think probably a 9.6, but man, is it nice. And I've been picking up these books for Christmas, getting ready for the big Christmas show that we do annually. So I wanted to make sure I beefed up my collection with a few that others didn't maybe have. So there's Sue Storm, ready for Christmas for you. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's Ben Grimm with the Santa Claus hat. It's good stuff, man. I like it. I wouldn't let the Human Torch that close to my real Christmas tree, though. You'd probably burn that sucker right up. I just don't trust him. Johnny's a hothead. All right, Punisher meets Archie, number 1. I've seen this book many times. I've thought about buying this book, but everybody wants like $10 for it. And I'm like, I'm not giving $10 for a joke book. That's just how I feel. So, but Punisher meets Archie, number 1. I was glad to pay a big old buck for it. And these books were in relatively good shape considering, the price. I was surprised. Uncanny X-Men, number 5. Just a cool Greg Land cover. I can't ever pass up a Greg Land for $1, so pick that up. This was shocking to find. Giant size X-Men number 2 for $1. Now this thing was rough and still is. It still needs a press, but it's square bound, so you got to be careful with that. But when you pick up a square, I mean, if you ever bought a press and you want to learn and you want to get better, you want to pick up a square bound book for $1. Like that's gold right there, because the knowledge you're going to get from learning how to press this and doing it properly, or making your mistakes and learning from them, is going to be priceless, and it's certainly worth $1. So there you go. When Strike the Sentinels, Giant Size X-Men number 2. And I'm pretty sure that completes my Giant Size X-Men run, as short as it is, because I think there's only about 3 or 4 issues. I'm pretty sure I have them all. So next we have Spider-Woman number 14. Again, out of order from the other one I showed, but picked up at a different place. I love all these barcodes too. So Spider-Woman number 14, Colts and Robbers, it says. So pretty cool. Happy with that. And then this book, which even though the Giant Size X-Men was probably the biggest book of this group, this book I was shocked to get for $1 because it's fairly new, and it's got an $8 cover price. So, but here's Marvel Tales featuring Ghost Rider. This is the In-Hyuk Lee variant, or cover rather, and it's just, I just love it. I've really been digging the In-Hyuk Lee covers as of late. I'm kind of on a kick with him, so I'm glad that he's prolific right now, pumping out a bunch of covers. And it's rare that I see one that I don't like. I often see ones that I don't want to pay for. So, but for $1, I didn't figure I could go wrong on that. So we got a bunch more books. We won't get into those today. We got a big haul coming up, an unboxing, maybe even the same day this drops. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But we're going to get these out there, and we will catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Let's see. Yep, it's got to be that one. All right. We'll catch you next time. Read a comic, and remember, don't apologize for the glare. Aha! Bye-bye.